The restaurant business is a constant struggle between profits and losses. Considering the current economic condition, it's no wonder many restaurant owners are closing their businesses. The problem also affected big restaurant chains as they continue to adapt to new economic realities after the pandemic. As a result, tens of thousands of workers are losing their jobs, and we, as consumers, are losing our favorite eating locations. In this video, we'll talk about 10 big restaurant chains under severe financial pressure, so stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell, that way you'll always stay informed on America's most important economic topics. Without further delay, let's get straight back to the topic. Number 1. Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box and Del Taco, two major fast food chains, are facing a challenging situation in California. The state plans to increase the minimum wage for fast food chain restaurants to $20 an hour, which will have a significant impact on Jack in the Box's 900 locations in California, representing 43% of its total locations. The company expects to increase prices by 6% to 8%, but the impact on transactions and overall performance, well, it's uncertain. Harris, the company's CEO, has mentioned that the industry is unsure about how this wage hike will affect their business. Given their significant presence in California, this wage hike may significantly affect Jack in the Box and Del Taco's operations and revenue. Number 2, Burger King. Burger King's U.S. market comeback plan is showing early signs of success with a 6.6% growth in same-store sales and double-digit franchisee profitability. However, the fast food chain continues to shut down stores with nearly 200 closures in the past year, resulting in a 2.8% reduction in unit count. Executives warned of further closures and bad debt expenses this year. RBI CFO Matt Dunnigan expects $10 million in bad debt expense this quarter, mainly from Burger King US. Companies working with franchise operators to transfer restaurant portfolios to strong local operators. This move aims to improve profitability and reduce future lousy debt. Number 3, Dominos. Domino's Pizza reported a 0.6% decline in U.S. same-store sales in the third quarter, as the company continued to struggle with customer retention in its delivery business. The chain has faced weak same-store sales due to a range of delivery-related challenges, including driver shortages, inflation, and increased competition from third-party delivery services. While carry-out demand has surged, hasn't been enough to offset lost delivery services. To address this issue, Domino's has signed a deal with Uber Eats to join the third-party delivery services marketplace, which it previously regarded as its biggest competitor. The company hopes this move will attract more customers and boost its delivery business, which has been adversely affected by the shift back to its in-person dining. Number 4, Clover Food Lab. Clover, a Massachusetts-based plant-based chain with 12 units, has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. The chain had hoped to expand its operations, but unfortunately, sales didn't recover as expected, and financing was frozen just as it kicked off its expansion plans. The chain was founded in 2008 as a food truck by Ira Muir, a Harvard Business School graduate. Over time, it grew to a dozen locations across the state, supported by a commissary, along with a pair of kiosks in Whole Foods locations. Clover's menu featured in-season vegetables and locally sourced ingredients, and it was proud to have a diverse customer base, with up to 90% of its customers not being vegetarian. The chain's expansion plans and equity raise coincided with the failure of Silicon Valley Bank and the subsequent slowing of growth equity markets, which led to its downfall. This bankruptcy filing is yet another indication that consumers may be souring on the once popular plant-based meat trend, especially in the wake of the pandemic. Number 5, Habit Burger. Parent company Yum Brands announced that the fast casual burger chain Habit is expected to face an operating loss of $10 million in the fourth quarter due to new legislation raising wage rates in California next year. Chain's 350 locations are expected to be hit particularly hard by the law, which establishes a council overseeing regulations and wage rates for fast food chains in the state. The law's hallmark is a $20 an hour minimum wage for such chains set to take effect next April and increase annually with inflation. Yum Brands acquired Habit in 2020 and explicitly attributed the $10 million operating loss in Q4 to the new California law. CFO Chris Turner said the expected operating loss is primarily driven by restaurant asset impairment charges, which will be higher than initially expected due to the anticipated impacts from the California Assembly Bill 1228. Number 6. Papa Murphy's. As the cost of dining out has become a splurge for many customers due to financial constraints, their expectations have heightened considerably. They have become more discerning about the quality of food and service they receive. Eric LaFleur, the CEO of MTY Food Group, a restaurant chain collector based in Montreal, which owns several renowned restaurant chains like Papa Murphy's, Cold Stone Creamery, and Famous Dave's, among others, stated in a recent earnings call that consumers have become more demanding with their hard-earned dollars in the current environment. In the past few months, prices of restaurant meals have skyrocketed, which has led to higher expectations from customers who expect nothing short of the finest. For much of 2022, restaurant prices rose by more than 8%, with some chains and their franchisees even raising menu prices further to match the higher prices of food and labor. Despite some relief in recent months, restaurant prices remain 6.5% higher than a year ago. As a result, restaurant chains are under pressure to raise their standards and offer impeccable quality to stay relevant in this demanding market. Number 7. Hooters. Although Hooters' hot and juicy wings remain a popular draw, the chain is expected to close more locations than it'll open in the upcoming year. Despite having over 430 units less than a decade ago, the chain has been steadily shrinking, and recent data indicates a further decline. With only 308 locations in existence in early 2023, the company, known for its distinctive employee uniform, is still reeling from pandemic losses and other issues, such as managerial instability. Additionally, competition from other restaurants such as Twin Peaks has put pressure on Hooters, causing the business to struggle. However, the chain's adapting to new technology options and partnering with delivery apps to help sell its wings virtually and keep up with the changing times. Number 8. Applebees. Applebees has announced that it will be closing more restaurants than initially anticipated this year, which is a significant setback for the company's plans to return to net new unit growth. Sadly, the 1,661-unit franchisor now expects to end 2023 with 25 to 35 net fewer U.S. restaurants compared to the previously forecasted 10 to 20. The latest guidance represents an acceleration of closures. Last time Applebee's saw more than 30 net closures in a year was in 2020. In the second quarter of this year alone, the company closed 10 domestic Applebee's and opened just one, leading to a net loss of 9 locations. In addition, it closed 4 international stores, opening just one. This is a heartbreaking situation, as Applebee's has already shut down around 300 stores since 2017 in an effort to weed out underperforming locations and return to growth mode. However, the company's future is uncertain, with rising development costs and additional store closures. Number 9. Red Lobster. The availability of fast casual seafood options is scant, and unfortunately the situation may worsen as Red Lobster struggles to remain financially stable in the turbulent waters of the restaurant industry. Although only 1% of Red Lobster's locations closed in 2022, the company's stability is threatened by rising inflation, higher labor and food costs, and other challenges. Red Lobster's third quarter losses for 2022 amounted to a staggering $15.3 million, far exceeding the predicted loss of $10.4 million American dollars. Thai Union Group, the brand's parent company since 2020, is planning to revamp the menu to cater to changing consumer tastes. Thai Union Group, parent company of Red Lobster, recently revealed that the popular seafood chain incurred a significant loss in the third quarter of this year. This was due to the unexpectedly high popularity of its $20 shrimp promotion, which was less profitable than the company had anticipated. Number 10. Quiznos. Quiznos, the famous toasted sub shop which once dominated the fast food industry in the early 2000s, has seen a significant decline in popularity, with fewer than 200 locations worldwide compared to 4,700 locations during its peak. Primary reason behind this decline is associated with the declining shopping mall industry, where Quiznos used to be a hot favorite among customers. With the dwindling footfall, sales took a massive hit, and the brand struggled to stay afloat. Moreover, the company's flawed business model and reports of shady business practices have also contributed to franchise owners quitting the brand. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and feel free to share your opinion on the restaurant business problems in the comments section below.